The cafeteria was loud that afternoon, laughter echoing off the walls and trays clattering as students passed by, but in the middle of it all sat her, silent, eyes fixed on her lunch. The new girl. Small, quiet, almost invisible. No one really knew her name yet, except that she joined the cheer squad last week and hardly spoke to anyone. But when the mean girls spotted her, the ones who ruled the hallways like queens of a kingdom that no one asked for, they smelled weakness. "Hey, Navy Barbie," sneered Tiffany, the captain of the cheer team, flipping her perfect hair as she leaned over the new girl's table. "Did you forget how to smile? Or do you just think you're too good for us?" The new girl didn't respond. She just lowered her gaze, pushing a piece of lettuce around her plate. Her name was Haley, and she'd transferred from another state just a week ago. Nobody knew much about her background. No Instagram, no TikTok, nothing. Just quiet, polite, and distant. To the others, she seemed shy. But inside, Haley wasn't shy, she was scared. Scared of attention. Scared of being found. Because moving here wasn't just a transfer, it was a restart. Her father, a decorated Navy SEAL, had recently retired and moved her across the country after her mother's passing. Haley was still trying to figure out who she was without the strong woman who'd always been her anchor, but the bullies didn't care about that. They saw her silence as weakness. The next few days were brutal. Whispered rumors in the locker room. Missing shoes from her locker. Notes taped to her mirror with words like "cheerleaders need confidence, not cowards." Haley tried to hide it from her dad. Every night, he'd ask, "How was school, sweetheart?" And every night, she'd force a smile and say, "Good, Dad." Just trying to fit in. He'd nod and grin, that strong, comforting grin of a man who'd seen real war but still believed in peace for his little girl. "You're tougher than you think, Haley. You've got your mom's heart and my training. That's a deadly combo." But deep down, Haley didn't feel tough at all. One Friday, the cheer team was preparing for a big halftime show. Everyone was buzzing with excitement, everyone except Haley. Tiffany and her group had already decided they were going to teach her a lesson after the game. They planned to corner her in the locker room, record it, and post it online. The night came. The stadium lights glared, the crowd roared, and the team took the field. Haley moved perfectly, every step, every jump flawless. It shocked even Tiffany, but instead of admiration, jealousy flared. "She's showing off," Tiffany muttered under her breath. When the performance ended and the crowd cheered, Haley smiled for the first time in weeks. For a moment, she felt she belonged, but when she entered the locker room afterward, that feeling shattered. Tiffany and her two friends were waiting. "Nice moves, newbie," Tiffany said coldly. "But don't forget who's in charge here." Haley tried to walk past them, but Tiffany shoved her back against the lockers. The metal echoed loudly. "You think you can just come here and steal the spotlight?" I wasn't trying to," Haley stammered. "Oh, you weren't trying to," sneered another girl. "Then what was that little show out there? You made us look bad." Haley's heart pounded. She didn't want to fight. She'd seen enough conflict through her dad's stories to know violence never solved anything. But before she could say anything more, Tiffany raised her phone and smirked. "Let's make this viral. Crybaby cheerleader cracks after game." And just as Tiffany pressed record, the locker room door swung open. A tall man stepped in, his presence so powerful the room seemed to shrink. His eyes scanned the scene in the phone, the fear in his daughter's eyes, the cruel smirks on the others' faces. It was Haley's dad, the man who had led missions in war zones. The man whose name made entire platoons stand straighter. The man who, right now, looked like he could freeze time with a single glance. "Haley," he said quietly, his voice calm but sharp as a blade. "Is everything okay here?" Tiffany froze, her bravado instantly crumbling. I wasn't talking to you." His gaze cut through her like steel. Haley's lip trembled. "They were just teasing me, Dad." He nodded slowly, stepping closer, his calmness more terrifying than anger. "Teasing. Right. You know, I used to teach young recruits something important about courage, discipline, and respect." He looked at the girls. "But I guess some lessons aren't taught at home." No one spoke. The tension was suffocating. Then he crouched slightly to meet Haley's eyes. "You don't ever let anyone make you small, do you understand? You've got the strength of a warrior, even if they can't see it." Haley's tears finally fell. I didn't want to cause trouble. Standing up for yourself isn't trouble, sweetheart. It's honor. He stood and looked back at Tiffany. And you three, you should remember something. One day, the people you hurt might be the ones you need most. And if you ever think picking on someone makes you powerful, you've already lost. He didn't yell. He didn't threaten. He just walked out with Haley, his hand resting protectively on her shoulder. And somehow, that quiet strength was louder than any shout. The next Monday, things changed. Tiffany never looked Haley in the eye again. The video never surfaced. And during practice, the coach asked Haley to lead warm-ups, a small sign of respect that meant the world that day. Haley realized something her father had always tried to teach her: strength isn't about muscles or medals, it's about heart. The courage to stay kind in a cruel world. As the story ends, remember this: there's always someone fighting a battle you can't see. So be kind. Be strong. And if you ever feel invisible, just know your light is waiting to be seen. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories that remind us all what true strength looks like. Because sometimes, the quietest hearts have the loudest courage.